Okay, today we're going to talk about two types of adjectives. There's an e adjective and a na adjective. Now they're two very different types, different in the sense that if you want to put them into different tenses, there's different ways you go about it. Let's first talk about the e adjective. Rather than explain it to you, I'll just give you a few examples. Tanoshii, kawaii, ureshii, kakkoi. What's something that all of these have in common? Okay, what they all have in common is that they all have an e hiragana at the end. That e sound. That's the dead giveaway. So that brings us now to the na adjectives. And here's a couple of examples. Shinsetsu, kantan. Now, do you see any pattern there? Na. Yeah, nah. There's none. So there's no i at the end. So if it doesn't have that i hiragana at the end, then it's a na adjective. But wait, actually that's not quite right, because teinei is a na adjective and kirei is a na adjective. Yeah, so that makes it a little bit difficult. It's like I just lied to you, but I didn't. That, if it has an e sound before the i hiragana, teinei, then it's actually a na adjective. So just watch out for that little tricky bit of information. Sorry to make it confusing. Now, putting these adjectives into past tense is tricky because there's two types, and you do it differently for both of the types. You would probably know how to conjugate des into the past tense. Des changes to deshta. Okay, and you'll notice like you can put des next to an e adjective like tanoshii desu, kawaii desu, but you can't put it into past tense just by saying kawaii deshita. Actually, to change it into past tense for an e adjective, you do it like this. Let's use the word happy or glad. Ureshii desu. Now to change that into past tense, was happy, you take off that i hiragana and you'd add the word katta. Ureshikatta desu. Let's see another example just so you can get used to it. The word for delicious is oishii. Okay, so change that to past tense. What are we going to do? Take off the i hiragana and add katta, oishikatta. Now there is a little tricky one that you have to watch out for. The word i desu is good. I desu. Okay, now following the same pattern, you'd say ikatta desu. Take off the final i and put katta. But that's not good Japanese for this particular word only. You change it to yokatta desu. Just watch out for that one. Now with na adjectives, it's a lot more simple. So if I have the word is terrible, taihen desu, to change it to was terrible, you just change that des at the end. Taihen deshita. Okay, so that's the difference between present and past. For a na adjective, you just change des to deshita.